Hello everyone. In this video, I'll explain the traffic splitting in Azure Container Apps and then show how to set this up in the lab. So before we start with what is traffic splitting, I want you to understand what is revision. So revision is a version of the application deployment which includes the application and its different configurations like scaling. So by default in Azure Container Apps, a single revision can be active, which means when an Azure Container App is created, a new revision is created, which includes all the application level data as well as the configuration. And 100% of the traffic goes to that revision. So now if you want to make some configuration changes or application level changes, then you need to create a new revision and the previous revision will disassociate and the new revision will become active. And all the traffic will start going to the new revision. But the problem here is, if in case you have made the bad changes in your application and created a new revision, and then all the traffic will start going to the bad revision, which will create an outage or the downtime for your application. So Azure Container Apps provide an option where you can enable multi-revisions. So when you create a new revision, now both the revisions, the previous one as well as the new one, can be active. And based on the weighted percentage, you can split the traffic between them. So now let's take an example. You have deployed the new version of web application using the new revision. Now you want only 10% of the total traffic to be going to the new revision so that you can test it whether the changes are correct or not. So in that case, you will assign the weighted percentage of 10 to the new revision and 90 to the previous revision. And only the 10% of the traffic will go to the new revision and 90% of the traffic will go to the previous revision. And if there are bad updates in the new revision, then you can always disable the new revision and 100% of the traffic will goes to the previous revision. So using the traffic splitting in Azure Container Apps, you can prevent an outage on your application. So let me show the step-by-step demo of this in the lab. I'm logged into Azure portal now. And for this lab, I have already created a container app with the name Shell in the Web App. And if we'll go to the revisions and replica in this container app, you will see that it's scaled down to 0 because there is no HTTP traffic right now. So let's go to overview, click on the application URL. And if we'll go back to revision and replica, soon you will see that one replica should be running now. And once it's active, it's activating right now, but once it's active, it will show the web page. So let's refresh it again and it's running. So it's showing the web page now. Welcome to my cool web page. And this web page is created in Python Flask, for which I have already created a video. So if we'll go back to revision and replicas, right now there is only one revision running. And if we look here, the revision mode is single. So let's go to containers, edit and deploy. Click on the container image. And now let's use the another image, which is new awesome image. And the tag is version v1 and save and create. It will create a new revision for your app. As I've already mentioned, whenever you make any changes, a new revision is generated. And if we'll go back to the revisions, a new revision is activating. And once it will be active and it will start deprovisioning the previous revision. So refresh it. And as you can see now, the new revision is running and the previous one, it's getting deprovisioned. So if I'll go back to overview and click on the application URL, it's showing me a different page, which is another cool page, revision 2. And this was the previous page. Now if we'll go back to revision, soon it should be gone. It's gone now and it's in the inactive revisions now. So if you want the multiple revisions to be active in your environment, you need to change this option. If you click on edit, it'll ask you switch from single to multi-revision mode. Click on confirm. And once this update is done, then you can activate multiple revisions. And it's successfully updated. And it's showing that now it supports multiple revisions. And now the option of changing the level of traffic, which is weighted percentage, is available. So let's create a new revision for the same container image. Let's deploy the previous image again, which is awesome image 2 version v1. Save and create. So if I refresh the screen, now both the revisions are running. However, the traffic is only going to the previous revision. So if we'll go to the overview and click on application URL, it's showing the previous web page only. Now let's go back to revision and replicas and change the traffic 50-50 and save it. Now this is updated successfully and the traffic should be routing between the two different web pages. So if we'll go to overview and click on application URL, it's showing the previous page. Now let's open another window, copy the link, and it's showing another page. So as you can see, these two pages are different pages. And that means 50% of the traffic is going to one version and 50% of the traffic to another version. And using this traffic splitting, you can prevent your application to be down for all the customers. And if there are bad updates or the wrong updates in the new revision, and you want 100% of the traffic to going back to the previous revision, in that case, just do 100 here and deactivate the previous revision and save it. And once this is done, that means 100% of the traffic will start going to the previous revision. And if we'll refresh it, you can see 100% of the traffic is going to the previous revision. And if we'll refresh the screen, it's showing this page. And if we'll open a new window, it's again showing the same page. So to summarize this video, we have first explained what is revision, how to change the revision mode from single to multiple, and how to do the traffic splitting between multiple revisions. So that's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.